Pro. So excited to visit with you all today. I wanted to give a huge shout out to all of those mothers, grandmothers, all the women that are out there in the world that are helping to raise all these wonderful humans. We had our Mother's Day celebration this past weekend. Many of you might have engaged in that kind of celebration at home, and some of you may have not. But either way, we would like to make this episode in dedication of all the mothers that are out there, because without moms, we don't have all of us people, right? So anyhow, we are going to be, today's episode is more about sharing with you some of our favorite products that are on the special Mother's Day event, which you can find online, whether through lifepro.com or whether you're seeking some of these deals on Amazon. But either way, I'm going to cover in the ballpark of 18 to 20 different products of some of our favorite devices that have been released over the last several years. And for this special event, and for Mother's Day and the upcoming days for a limited time, we're going to be featuring a lot of these products at major discounts. Minimally, I would say most of them are 15%. Some of them you're going to find are closer to half off. It just depends on the product. But nonetheless, we want to share with you some of our favorite deals, our favorite products, and how you can integrate them into your life, whether it is gifting them to a mom, or we've got high school graduations that are coming up very soon. We've got college graduations that were just finished. So if you're needing, here's a thought for you. If you are needing a gift to give a graduate, something to remind them that you gifted them that item, something that's radically awesome, really cool, that one-of-a-kind item that most might not have at home. So in other words, as they open up their gift bags, or they go off to college, and every time they put on or use that device, they think of you because you gifted it to them. And it's truly a stress reliever, or gives them a study break, or maybe it's just celebrating all their great accomplishments. So kudos and congratulations to all of you college graduates who are finishing, whether it is your associates or your bachelor's or master's or PhD or whatever it is you're studying and you're finishing in. Good for you for conquering a goal with a lot of determination and hard work. Hard work always pays off. So a lot of these different gifts that you can give off to moms, grads, neighbors for birthdays, whatever it might be. Let's just make today about gift giving. How about we go through a lot of my favorite devices, a lot of Lifepro's most favorite devices, as a way of gift giving to those who are close and special to you. So I don't know how long this sale is going to be going on. It's a limited time only. But again, I'm only going to be mentioning the price that they are available right now, as opposed to the original price, because that gets a little confusing. But we're going to be talking about the sale price as of today. Unfortunately, you cannot use that Amber 10 code with any of these products that are already on Super Special. But if you are interested in a product that is not on our Super Special gift giving away event sale, you can still use that Amber 10 gift discount code if you're buying one of the platforms or something, one of our devices that is not in this special event sale. So just to give you a little heads up on that. Last but not least, we are going to give one of these items away, because we haven't given anything away in a long time. We haven't had a new product that's been available in a long time, because we have so many wonderful products that are out there. So we are actually going to be giving away one of the products that you're going to see on this list of great gifts. So as you are tuning in, whether it be from YouTube, from Facebook, or from, we've got YouTube, Facebook, and I'm totally having a brain lapse here. So we got Facebook, YouTube. I'm missing one, totally missing one right now. Lots of social media platforms. Either way, I want you to make sure, Instagram, Instagram. How can you forget about Instagram, right? So anyhow, what I want you to remember is to make sure and let me know a little hi from where you're at, or if as you are seeing some of these different gifts that I'm sharing with you. I know, right, Nikki? I'm totally like, it's total mom brain. I'm telling you, it's real. Anyhow, what I want to make sure of, we're giving one of these products away to one of many of you that is tuning in from all these different channels. So make sure that if you are interested in winning one of these wonderful prizes today at random, that you are sharing Give me your top 3 favorite products as you are seeing me forecasting them, sharing them all with you. Make sure and post which item you would like to win, because one of you is going to win one of the products that you actually post because of your interaction and participation and sharing with the whole world, literally the whole world right now from the UK, right? Exactly what your favorite product is, and maybe if there's a specific reason why, or if there's a product that you are desperately craving, that you really, really need, let me know why you need that product, as opposed to, that Horizon Balance Trainer looks pretty awesome. Not quite sure what I'd do with it, but it looks pretty awesome. Either way, I want to hear from you. Like, what are you looking forward to? What's your favorite product? And which one do you want to walk away with today at the end of our series? Because this is going to be a bit of a long series with all these amazing gifts that are available. Okay, without further ado, I'm seeing so many people coming in here. I love it, love it, love it. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and keep this thing rolling. Now, as many of you saw recently, I had my big birthday bash episode as to some of the favorite products that I love that keep me from aging. And the Visicure light therapy mask is one of those products. So as I come up to you in person, close to read all these awesome comments, love it. $92.99 for the Visicure light therapy mask. Now, we have, here's our button right here to change. We've got red light, blue light, and a little bit of amber light, a little party in our lights. So anyhow, we're going red, blue, and amber, okay? Now, red light is really good for an assortment of things. There's so many things that I can talk about what red light therapy is good for. Anti-aging, wrinkles, stem cell production, oxidation stress reduction. If you're wanting to use it for wound healing, for just improving overall stress management, all these different things that resort from red light therapy. We click on into blue light, and now we're dealing with antibacterial properties. So if we have a lot of acne, or if we're afraid of certain bacteria that are in contact with our face, we've got a staph infection that we're dealing with, or multiple contacts with your face and just naturally a germaphobe, the blue light is really good for antibacterial properties. And the amber light is for all of those individuals that might have rosacea or eczema, or you've just got a skin inflammation, so we're a little redder than usual. Allergies are killer right now in the Midwest. I'm in Indiana, and everything is blossoming and blooming and floating away and pollinating and all that good stuff. So allergies are huge. So naturally people develop redness in their cheeks, and orange light is really good for redness and for rosacea, eczema. So this is our Visicure light therapy mask, $92.99. And as you can see, when you're looking through, there are 2 open holes here. Not open, but they don't have lines through them. So you don't have to wear protective eye gear when you're wearing the Visicure. So if you're wanting to watch your favorite channel, you're wanting to do something on the computer, you can put this on at the same time that you're working on your computer or laying back and watching a show, and you don't have the lines through here, so you can do 2 things at the same time or multitask and make the best of your time. Remember, the one thing that makes Lifepro products so outstanding is not only the innovation, the technology, and the engineering that goes into these products, but let's talk about lifetime warranty. So if you have some problems that come along with your product, then you just contact us with our customer service hotline, or contact us by email, support@lifeprofitness.com, and we will provide you with replacement parts, or we'll replace it altogether if we can't provide you the parts. Nonetheless, we want you to feel confident and safe about buying our products, because we're going to back you up on all of our satisfaction guarantee with customer service and with the quality of our product. That being said, any one of these products that you get, if for some reason you should gift them to somebody who really is not interested in it, most of these products are going to have a 30-day trial time where you can contact our customer service and they will return it minus the stocking fee and give you a refund. 30 days, they'll allow you to try it on most of our products. But nonetheless, they all have a lifetime warranty backing behind it for your satisfaction and to develop, and to maintain trust with you. So Visicure Light Therapy Mask, $92.99 for a limited time only. These babies sell like hotcakes. So if you are wanting to get yourself one of the light therapy masks, I highly recommend you do it sooner than later, because I have had the competitors' models just to compare, and they're not as sustainable. I've had trouble in contacting others in the past, in past years, to try and getting answers. No go. And that was before I knew that they were coming out with these. So love, love, love my Visicure Light Therapy Mask. I use mine on a routine basis, but they are hard to come by. So make sure if you're wanting to order one, you get one ordered sooner than later, because once they're gone, they take a little bit longer to get in. So there's that. Okay, next up on the list, I think you all saw at the end of my birthday episode about anti-aging and stress relief, was the one about the Oculex. Now, we have 2 different colors of Oculex. And so this is the Oculex eye massager. If you have got sinus headaches, we've got sore eyes from working on a computer all day. If we have headaches routinely, whether it's a migraine or whether it's a stress-related headache, this is really good for helping with headaches, with sinus pressure, just to relax. If you have trouble falling asleep at the end of the night, you can just turn this on after you've put it on your face. I've got a little bit of makeup on. So what I'm going to suggest to you, when you have makeup on, make sure and put a paper towel across your face, because it's really hard to get makeup off of, especially the gray. So when you put it on, you're going to put it on like such, and you're going to push this button over here, push and hold. It's automatically on. You can hear it beep, and it automatically works itself in one of 4 different modes, okay? And if you decide that there are certain things you don't like about it, you just click this button based on what you're wanting to eliminate, and you can turn on and off certain features. Now, this has a heat feature, and so the heat feature automatically kicks on. Really, really cool. It has a pulsating feature, and then it also has a compression feature. So these are amazing. If you have trouble with the nose piece here being a little on the sensitive side, again, if you can get yourself a little piece of silicone and lay it on the inside, or another thing you can get that I use a lot with my clients in the sports medicine business is Moleskin. If you go to one of the sporting goods store into the foot department, foot health department, you'll find Moleskin, which is used a lot of times for blisters. And you can put Moleskin right here on each side of that hard plastic, and it makes for a nice, soft, cushy edge right there. Like I got a little nodule right here in the middle of my nose. So this hits a little bit of a pressure point right there in the center of my nose, but Moleskin helps with that, or a little piece of felt or something soft. So I don't have my heavy duty mic on, but you can't hear it because there's nothing to hear. It's really quiet. Nonetheless, you're going to see up and close. Right now it's on the 4 features. And so as I push the button, each one of those features will click off. And then in order to turn it off, we're just going to push and hold, and it will turn itself all the way off. Again, when you put this on to use it, you don't want to start it and then put it on. We want to make sure and put it on first, then push the start button so that you can relax, because once it starts pulsating or compressing, it's a lot harder to get in position with comfort. But again, you have control of all of those little settings right here. It does use a USB connection point in order to charge, so you don't have to plug it into a wall. You can use a power block, or you can use your USB chargers at home, but it uses it has its own little port here with a USB on the end, and you just plug it into wherever is convenient for you. I think most cars have a way of doing that. So if you are on a road trip and your kiddos or your relatives are a little impatient, just put this baby on them and listen to some calming music, and they just relax in the car, right? So there is the Oculex. Now, for right now, this is $74.99. And again, I usually order these in by a lot. We actually just ran a special in my business, Kivik Kinetic Solutions, and we offered the Oculex for $74.99, and then we started extending some extra little bonus items just to make our clients extra happy. So here is the gray, and here is the blue. It's blue and gray. So it's blue on the backside. There's absolutely no difference between both of these products. They're exactly the same. Just one is blue and one is gray. And then the front is more of a charcoal on the blue, and then it's light on the other. But exactly the same settings, same options, same features, just two different colors, okay? So you can have your choice of those. And then again, there's our USB connection point for the Oculax. Folds up nice and neat. I always tell people don't get rid of your box because it's a great little storage space. And these don't come with a bag yet. Don't come with a bag yet, but if I know Joel, and I don't know anything, okay? But I do know that Joel is always improving products and coming out with new stuff. So who's to say they're not gonna have something different coming out? I never know what's coming out. They don't tell me until it ends up on my front porch and I have to start playing around with it, which I love. But nonetheless, keep your box because there's no storage container for the product. And the box works very nicely to keep it nice and protected. The question I always get is how do you clean them off? And I tell you what, let's see if I got anything handy around here because I'm in my gym. What I normally do, I use a disinfectant wipe. I'm looking around because I've got big tubs of disinfectant wipes everywhere, but I flip this belt all the way around on the backside. You don't want to use a spray because it's not waterproof, okay? But what I take is like a Lysol wipe or a Clorox disinfection wipe and just scrub it back and forth, let it air dry. Or I'll take like Dreft, like the baby Dreft stain remover, or a stain remover you can use for your laundry, and I'll spray it onto a towel and then rub it in because again, it's not waterproof, so you don't want to spray something and it gets wet. But more often than not, it's like Karen just said, if you use a tissue when you are laying it across your face, that is the best way to go about it because it keeps it completely clean. And if you're sharing it, we use it in my facility with different clients. So we disinfect them in between every client that comes in the door and making sure that it dries in time. So we have multiples of these, but this is one of our favorite gadgets here in my building when people come in to relax and recharge and deal with pain. So that's how I clean mine. I just flip the belt to the back, open it up, scrub, wipe, let it air dry, and then it's good to go. Folding it back up. And this one specifically stays on my countertop or on my shelf, just like yay. And I can go through 2 or 3 clients easily without having to recharge. So really, really good product. Oculax, $74.99 for a limited time. Okay, what do we got next? We've got the Waiver Mini platform. So I'm going in order here of what they are on the website. And the Waiver Mini, I'll stand on it here in just a second. This is probably one of our best, well, I'm not gonna say probably. This is our best platform for if you are traveling, if you have a vacation home. Right now is the big time where most people are starting to get out their campers, whether it's a fifth wheel or whether it's a little travel trailer or whether it's staying in a cabin or a lake house. This is a very small platform as compared to the Turbo or the Rumble X. And it is the Waiver Mini, okay? And the Waiver Mini today, for limited time only, is $149.99. It's going to come with our Lifepro mini loop bands. By the way, these are like one of my favorite tools ever to work with, regardless of whether I'm using a product of ours or not. I absolutely love using these, just developing core. So whether you're planning on being on the platform or whether you're planning on just doing stuff, calisthenics, laying on the floor or standing, these are awesome in themselves. And we just kind of throw them in as a little bonus. You're also going to get the long black resistance bands that are going to attach on the front side of this. You can use those for balance, or you can use it for resistance training, a large variety of different things you can do with that. I'm going to go ahead and plug this one in so that you can see how it works. I'm going to bring this up closer and we'll tilt this down just a tad. Now, I am going to, this one comes with a remote control as well. Now, on top here, we have our little legs that swing out for our bands to attach. Okay, so that's where our resistance bands attach. If you decide you don't want to use those, they just fold right back in and super easy peasy. Here's our remote. Remote is very easy. Very self-explanatory. I have it labeled on the back so I don't forget it. What I highly recommend you do is make sure and put Velcro on the back of it and make sure and stick that other piece of Velcro somewhere close to the platform so that you don't lose it or animals don't wander off with it. Just an easy way to keep track of your remote. So let's go ahead and turn this on. And we have our power control here. We have our program setting. We have our start, our stop, our high, our low, and our time. This one automatically comes preset with an assortment of different preset programs. If I push the program mode button right here, I'm going to slide this forward so you can continue to see up close and person, and then I'll actually get on it and you can see how much it wiggles, wiggles, wiggles. Okay, so for those of you that have, oh, I got to push the power button on first. For those of you that have the Waver Mini, I want to hear what your favorite preset program is if you're already using it. So we have, when you see HA, that means it's in manual mode. So if it's in manual mode, then you can increase the speed and increase the time up to 10 minutes based on, oh, no, I take that back. Time on this one goes up to 15 minutes. On a lot of our other platforms, it goes up to 10 minutes. This one is an exception to the rule, goes up to 15 minutes. So once you set that, then you can set whether you want high speed, low speed, or it's set by a number. And then you can manipulate that quickly using the remote that is included. If you're like me and you like a preset mode so you don't have to think, it starts at P00. And as you're seeing how easy it is to click through, it goes all the way up to a P9. Okay, so technically 10 preset programs, PW0 to P09. And then it's got the manual mode. We've got our start, our stop button, our low, and our high speed. So that is as simple as it gets for that. So let me move my special stool out of the way, and I will wiggle, wiggle, wiggle on the Waver Mini so you can see how it actually works as compared to many of you that have seen me on one of the other models. So we're gonna turn it there. So yes, I'm curious, which one is your favorite program? If you already have the Waver Mini, what is your favorite program? Or what are you doing with it? You're gonna probably see my head chop off, but you'll be able to see most of my body, so we'll just have fun with this. So, let's go. I'm just gonna go middle of the road with the P5. I do have shoes on today, but it does pack a punch. It doesn't look like I'm moving a whole lot because I'm covered in black, right? It's a lot harder to see this body jiggling when I've got on black. So let me turn to the side and let's see. Oh, there we can see a little bit of jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. It packs a punch in the ways that it needs to. This is the one device that I always recommend for people. If you're gonna have something at work sitting underneath of your desk, this is the one that you want underneath of your desk because it's very small, low profile. You can keep it on a super low level, but again, it's set for 15 minutes. Yeah. But the other thing that I love about the Waver Mini is if you use it on a chair or use it for your upper body, it is really gentle on the upper body, but quite effective. So I'm gonna I'll demonstrate that here. Oh, we just cranked up to speed. Now my thighs are jiggling like crazy. So that's something I want to say. Make sure that you are not afraid to feel the junk in the trunk going crazy because that's how our body metabolizes and improves an overall function. That's how we are able to optimize our homeostasis levels. So make sure, don't be afraid if we're feeling our flubber and our bat wings and our love handles and everything else that we call those things. We got to really embrace that because as moms, as we get older, we start to carry our weight a little bit differently, but we have so much to be proud of because we've been able to bring a human being into this world to transform the world in whatever purpose they might be serving. So you got to be proud of that. That's an amazing thing. Okay, so let me show you here right quick. Stay tuned with me. Let me know. I want to know what your favorite P program is, or if you like manual setting. And I want to know if you're wanting the Waver Mini, why? I like to do upper body stuff. Just, even if it's just relaxing. You just sit here, stand here, and just relax. I like to do this on the floor. I actually slept in our family's camper over the weekend. My daughter is 11 and she absolutely is excited to be camping. She loves being in nature. We call it nature bathing. It helps with hormones and senses and calming and lowers anxiety. Oh, now we're jamming. But anyhow, so we tried out this new camper. I didn't change out the mattress, and I'm ultra sensitive with mattresses because I do have fibromyalgia. I still suffer from that a little bit if I don't sleep in the right kind of environment. And when you're sleeping on like a 4 or 5 inch mattress in a camper, my neck and my shoulders have been so stiff. I haven't been able to turn over behind my shoulders to look behind me for a few days. So this is something that helps with that. If I don't want to go to the doctor and get muscle relaxers, that's a no-no for me. And I need to loosen up somehow and allow my upper body to kind of reset and calm down, then this is one of the exercises that you can do, is just allowing your body to absorb this energy and allowing it to kind of realign certain muscles and connective tissue in a way that helps you feel relief, increasing motion, detoxing, just all kinds of things. So it's really hard to turn the wrist around reverse, but if you've got carpal tunnel syndrome, this is one of my favorite exercises for carpal tunnel syndrome, is working on the stretching, because we are so much like this all the time as opposed to going the other way. So I like to get on here and stretch because I use my hands a lot every single day. And so, yeah, and if you want to go down to the forearms, you can go down to the forearms. We can just work on shoulder separation, so we have control over our shoulders. I like to call this disassociation, or truly being able to dial in on what your neck and shoulders feel like. Just a great exercise. There's a whole series of shoulder exercises you can do with the Waver Mini on YouTube that I have demonstrated for Lifepro. And if there's any one device that is my favorite for upper body exercise, it's definitely the Waver and the Waver Mini, because they're not as aggressive as some of our other platforms. And so you got to be careful how much stimulus you give to the neck and shoulders, because it can trigger a headache if you're not careful. And oh, this feels so good on my ribs. So if you sit more upright, oh, and now we're jamming with the speed, right? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm having a moment where I'm enjoying this. I'm supposed to be working, right? Yes, this feels really, really good. Now I'm feeling those the extra fluff flopping around back there. That's a good thing. So that being said, if you start to itch, I'll start to itch here in a moment. If you start to itch, that's good. We're metabolizing and mobilizing crap in our system. Our toxins are releasing. Our brain is recognizing it and trying to eliminate. So if you itch and if you turn red or you start to feel a little heat, that is a good thing. That means we're flushing out all of our toxins. Okay, I can enjoy that for a long time, but we've got a whole long list of things we've got to continue to talk about. So anyhow, the Waver Mini is $149.99. And I don't remember the regular price off the top of my head, but it is one heck of a deal for pain relief at home without having to do a whole lot of anything. So I'm gonna set this on down here so you don't forget it. So if you're wanting the Waver Mini, I want to know what you're going to do with it when you get it and why you think you need it, because that's part of the contest today. So if you're just now joining in, we're having a little contest and you get to win one of these products, but I want to know which one you want, why you want it, and what you're going to do when you get it. Or I want to know what your favorite feature about it is if you already have it. Okay. Now let me sneak up here real quick. Okay, what speed is the arm thing sitting on the table? Okay, so Joy, if you can specify, if you're referring to the Waver Mini, I had it on the P5 setting, so I was jamming at about 45, 55. I have not covered any of the other products on the table much yet. Okay, love. Okay, awesome. Moving on. All right, now we have another one of my favorite products. The Lumacare Torchlight, okay? Oh, I got a little note in there reminding my clients. Actually, I have a therapist who works full-time for me. This is really cool. So we have a high-performance gymnast. Gymnasts, if you're not familiar with, if you see them on the Olympics, they're training about 40 hours a week. at a training facility. They're doing homeschooling on site. We work with a lot of gymnasts in my facility. In fact, I'd like to give a big shout out to Kate and the gymnast from the Flip Zone, because I know the Flip Zone uses a lot of our products in order to help their gymnasts recover properly. Recovery is a really important part of how we thrive as we get older, or keeping us from aging too fast. And one of the things that we see in athletes right now, our kids are aging really fast, suffering of adult-related injuries because they're acting more at an adult level by training so hard all the time. And so for this young lady, she broke her toe, split her big toe right in half, and had to have some toe surgery, had to have a foot surgery. And so we are accelerating her healing by using the Lumacare Light Therapy Torch. So I actually have a note in here for my therapist that works with her, so that she knows exactly how I want the treatment done in order to maximize the results. And so for this particular individual, what's nice is red light therapy regenerates stem cell production in the body. It's something that naturally happens in the body, but it also increases collagen production, which is the foundation of our connective tissue referred to as fascia. Fascia is made up of a combination of different things, including collagen and elastin. And so you're hearing a lot more about the reproduction of collagen, whether it be taking a collagen supplement or whether it is exposing yourself to red or infrared light therapy. Anything that we can do to biohack into our body, meaning manipulating human biology for the greater good of our quality of life. The idea is to be able to keep our body thriving at levels that are optimal without aging through stress. So when it comes to this young lady, like I said, she's a middle school aged gymnast training for 20 to 25 hours a week, like a level 8 or 9 gymnast. So she's like right below those Olympian levels, and they are just brutally hard on their body. But I want to give a shout out to Kate. I've been working with Kate for several years. She has been through ebbs and flows, is using our Lifepro products at home, and is suffering from a lot of overuse and exertional injury. But she conquered nationals this weekend in New York, and I'm super, super proud of her. So shout out to Kate for conquering nationals at the Division 9 Nationals in New York. Way to go. Anyhow, this is our Lumacare Light Therapy Torch Light. So it's almost like a flashlight, but it's got 2 red light bulbs, and it also has an infrared light bulb in the end of it. It comes with rechargeable batteries. So we have 2 rechargeable batteries and the battery wall charger, so that you don't have to worry about having anything with you if you should take this on the road, which I do often. And then check out these hot shades. Oh yeah, these are so in right now, especially when you're using them with this. In fact, these are so good. I cannot see through them. So these are really good safety glasses. But we have a little string here. So if you want to put it around your wrist, you can. And then when we turn it on, you're going to see, you don't have to worry about it because it's traveling through my screen, not directly into your eyes. But you're going to see the 3 bulbs are through here. Infrared light is completely naked to the human eye, so you can't even see infrared light. But one of these lights is an infrared light. The other 2 are red light bulbs on 2 different nanometers of intensity for wavelengths. If you have, again, you don't want to look into the light, but me casting the light into certain areas of my body, I don't have to worry about having the eye protection on if I'm not looking into the light. So if you're worried about that, but being at home, then we definitely want to be aware of that. As I'm seeing that we've had root canals and we've got TMJ. TMJ is a huge source of pain for the neck and the shoulder for that matter. So if we have on our specs and we palpate to find our TMJ, we can just position this right here on the cheeks and hold it here for 3 to 5 minutes. And just holding it here penetrates very, very deep. If you're afraid to hold it directly to your skin, you can hold it a little bit away. Just again, make sure that you've got your eye protection on. But I've got a couple of textbooks that talk about, oh, these glasses are so good. I can't even get them off my face. They want to ride away with me. They've got the little, these are some hardcore glasses here. So anyhow, what makes these so nice though is they're using red light therapy for a lot of really cool types of therapies as far as healing goes. And I have a couple of books on this. One is referring to red light therapy and infrared light therapy as a medical miracle. So there are so many times that we are wanting to have a magic pill or a bottle of magic pills. And so if you were to bottle up magic pills that were going to fix a lot of your problems, and if you just take the magic pill over time, they're saying now that red light therapy and infrared light therapy are magic pills in a bottle. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you that because I'm not the one who said that initially as a scientist, but there's an entire book that I have that talks about this, and you can find it on Amazon. It's called Red Light Therapy, The Medical Miracle. And it talks about protocols, how much to dose, meaning how long do you have it on, how far away do you have it on, all those different things. So red light therapy torch, this is the Lumacare Torchlight, $119.99, awesome bargain deal. Again, we use this every day in my facility for working with bone-related injuries, stress fractures, jaw pain, shoulder pain, rotator cuff, tennis elbow, carpal tunnel syndrome, so many things you can do. I warn you though, if you're using it near your face for fine lines and wrinkles, you're better off using one of our other red light devices versus doing this into particular areas, because again, you have to have the eye protection on and you have to hold it up there. It's just better if you find one of our other devices that has a more global, more coverage so that you're not having to move it around, okay? So there's the Lumacare Light Therapy Torch. Make sure you drink your water every day. Our collagen and elastin are 70% water, so we've got to make sure that we are drinking enough water for all this stuff to work really well. What about skin tags? Good question. I don't know specific results because I've not treated skin tags yet, but my instinct will tell me that if you are treating skin tags, whether you're removing them first and then healing over, red light therapy is exceptionally awesome for wound therapy or for tissue healing. So it helps with developing all of the tissue cells that go into repair and to replace. So definitely a great option. Okay, the next one, for those of us that have tired hands from us actually working all the time, we've got our Legra hand massager. Now, excuse me, this one specifically has 6 settings. This is the Legra hand massager plus, the Legra plus. The original massager has less modes than this, but this does the exact same thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate to you. But the original Legra hand massager today and for a limited time is $89.99. You're going to stick this through, okay? And you're going to see the tunnel in there. There's a little pad right at the end here that kind of conforms with the palm of your hand. And so what you'll do is if you want to rest this on a flat object, or you want to relax it on your leg, if you want to have it in the car, not driving, of course, but if you're a passenger, you can do a variety of different things. But stick your hand in first before you turn it on. Once you turn it on, it's automatically going to start with its default setting, which is going to be level 3 of P1 program. And if you want to add intensity to it, you can increase the intensity, you can add heat, and you can add extra vibration energy if you choose to, but everything fits in there ever so tight. It doesn't feel claustrophobic, but you can see my middle finger giving you a little winky wink there, right? But for people who have chronic hand pain, if you've got, we've got Raynaud's syndrome, in which your extremities turn different colors as exposed to heat and cold, and then you develop numbness and tingling, so it's hard to grip things. Rheumatoid arthritis is another one, just carpal tunnel syndrome. Any of those, arthritis in the hands and the joints. If you're needing this day-to-day massage and you don't want to pay somebody to do it, this is an awesome option of what you can use. And you just decrease the intensity as needed and you're good to go. So there's what it is. There's your buttons, okay? Excuse me, I got a little tickle in my throat. Now you're gonna see, because we're gonna be on the air for a little while here, because I got a whole list of stuff to get through. You're gonna see that some of my clients are gonna be coming in, working out, using some of our products. So just have fun with them in the background. But this is our Legra. This is our Legra hand massager, and it is $89.99. I was just telling our audience that we're going to have some ladies coming in and doing some working out, so to embrace the greatness in the workout. And then it's going to come with our little bag, okay? It can be used for someone that has nerve damage, absolutely. Make sure for an individual who has any kind of compromised circulation to the hands or doesn't have good sensation, we want to make sure and start on level 1 on P1. So that, because if you can't feel, we don't know that it's too compressed, but that's just a few seconds in the chamber, and you can see that it actually compresses pretty fast. So it doesn't hurt though, it feels really good. Okay, moving on. We've got the Dyna Mini. This is a favorite. Now, with the Dyna Mini, this is probably one of my favorite massage guns that we have ever released in the history of the several massage guns that we have. I carry this in my handbag. I carry this in my briefcase, my messenger bag. It stays in the glove box of my car from time to time. You can take it on a plane. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. It has gone to softball events with me in my gear bag. There's a lot of secret places you can stash this one. It weighs less, I want to say it weighs like right over a pound. Not very heavy at all. Yeah. And then it comes with 4 attachments. We've got the USB. I don't have it in here because we use this one so much. But we've got the USB connection point goes in here in order to recharge it. I can tell you, we don't have to recharge this very often though, because it has such a lasting charge for the amount of time that we actually use it. So we're able to get through several days on a single charge using it for, 5 or 10 minute windows. But you're going to see the travel case that it comes, 4 different attachments. Okay. And each one of these attachments, what I like is they have a little silicone rubbery tip. Actually, yeah, I'm not sure if it's, I'm assuming it's going to be more rubber, but it's super soft like silicone. So it feels really, really good. And that's the point. When you have an end that is hard, okay, hard plastic tips do not transfer energy the same way. So it's a little more intense. So if you use the flat tip and you have it on a sensitive area of your body, then we want to make sure that we are switching that out with a rubber-based tip so that it's absorbing the energy and transferring it without causing further pain or further damage. And so in everybody's sensitivity level to vibration therapy is different, but there's our little, I call this the missile tip. Some people might call it a little thumb tip, but it's just a little straight little guy that has a squishy tip. But again, super easy to use. So when we turn it on, turn this up here. We turn it down, we'll turn it on. We're just going to push this button right here in the front. Now we got all 4 lights that are on, okay? And as we tap 1, this is level 1 speed, level 2, level 3, level 4. And we just do our thing wherever you want to use it. But each time you push a level, the intensity doubles. So it's really, really good for athletes, for gear bags. So many, like I said, so many great features. You can work everywhere with this. If you're sitting at your desk, start to get a neck ache, take it and apply it more here, because when we get really tight here, it pulls our shoulders forward. This gets really tight and then the neck starts to hurt. So don't go straight for the neck necessarily. Go for the chest area right here off to the area right in front of the armpit. And that's where we actually seek more relief in the neck, is from going more for the chest so that we're able to open up more, which takes pressure off the back of our neck and shoulders. Into our hip, you can do all kinds of great things with it. But again, what I like about it, we have our little strap, so we can put it on. If we're afraid we're going to drop it, it's going to vibrate right out of our hands because it's got so much power. So you can keep it close to you. Really good. I'll tell you what this is really good for. This is really good for plantar fasciitis. If you have plantar fasciitis, and I'm going to take off my shoe and demonstrate this, but if you've got plantar fasciitis, okay, I'm going to tilt this down just a tad. So yeah, if you have to commute by train or plane or whatever you got to do to get from one place to another, it's great for commuting. So I'm just going to leave the ball tip on here, and I'm just going to run this right up to the center of my foot. And And so my ladies are entering the room. They're going to have a great workout. So you're going to hear them jamming and cheering on each other in the background in my gym here. We're just going to keep on rolling. They've used all these products anyway, so they'll probably want to come over here and try a little something as we are talking about some things. Might have to swipe them over here and have them demonstrate some of these things because they're experts at these products by now. So anyhow, that's one way you can do. If we take this off, and we go more with the skinnier tip, then we can get into the really deep grooves. Most people have a lot of heel pain with plantar fasciitis. And so if we go into, we're gonna jack up the speed here. There we go. And we're just gonna run up and down very slow so we can actually make a difference. And if there's areas that are ultra sensitive to you, then you can graze over them with less pressure. And if you want more intensity without increasing the speed, then we can push with a little bit more pressure, but just be careful pushing too hard because if we don't want to cause any tissue damage, and sometimes that doesn't show up until after we've already done the damage. So we're here, right here at the base of the heel is where the plantar fascia attaches. That's usually a sour spot for most. So we're gonna go side to side, nice and easy, and work our way back and forth. So you can do that in order to help. Any areas that are ultra sensitive, just use caution because you don't have to force it in areas that are ultra sensitive. We just want you to have some options in which you can feel better at home from the convenience of your at-home treatment program. And I'm sticking all of this back in here exactly as it fits. And this is how it looks when it's all put together. And Joy, you are a rock star girl because you have had a lot of aches and pains and a lot of products, and I love reading your success stories. You are making major strides in influencing and inspiring others, and it makes me so happy that we're able to help you with some of those struggles along the way. So there is our Dyna Mini, $89.99 for a limited time. Okay, next on our list, we have the Flex Cycle, which I actually don't have down here, but it's very similar to the under desk elliptical trainer, but it's a bicycle, okay? So it can be very similar to this next product. And the Flex Stride is what is up here on next. And I'm not gonna go through this in great detail, but the Flex Cycle is on special for $174.99. The Flex Stride is $199.99. The Flex Stride actually has the wheels underneath. So when it's moving in full motion, okay, if I can get it to work in full motion. Yeah, there we go. When it's working in full motion, it is super fluid. We've got 8 different levels of intensity here. That's why I couldn't move because it was on 8. It's not meant to move very easily with your arms when it's on level 8. And then we have our metrics counter. So it keeps track of time, RPM, distance, calories for the session, and total calories overall. And you can mode through each one of those. This one specifically comes with an extra app that you can download and keep track of your metrics so that you can share and integrate and interact with other individuals who are doing much of the same. So this is a Flex Stride. It is $199.99. It's very similar to a under desk elliptical trainer. The Flex Cycle is like a bike underneath of the desk. Okay. Now, next up, we've got our Power Up set. And so I took this from my ladies today. Sorry, ladies. So I took this from them today to be able to demonstrate this to you. We use these every day in my gym. We absolutely love these because we don't have to have lots of dumbbells laying around, lots of different sizes. This one specifically adjusts from both ends, okay? And this one comes sold as a set of 2 automatically. So for the entire set, it's on special for $179.99. When we are looking at these, like I said, up close and in person, we've got the 2 sliders on each end. One you have to slide, and then the other you have to slide. And you'll see that you can slide based on the weight. But what I tell people, you really don't want your weight to be heavier in one end than the other. So if we're wanting it to equal 12.5 pounds, we have to slide our adjustment, and then up it comes, okay? We've got to make sure that we don't move this around with other sets of the same type so that when we go to dock back in, it adjusts right back nice and quick, and now we're back to start, okay? So a lot of options with the adjustable dumbbells, and we have a lot of adjustable dumbbells, and many of them are on super special today, so I'll bring the others over so that you can see the difference, but this is the only one that comes sold as a set automatically, $179.99. The other two that we have on special, you have to select whether you want one or whether you want two, and there's a special deal whether you buy one or whether you buy two, all right? So give me one moment here, make it so that you can see the other two. So this one right here is the Power Flow. And so the Power Flow is exactly the same as the Power Flow Plus, except this one is only 12.5 pounds and the Power Flow Plus is 25. But again, when you are ordering these, we want to make sure that we are selecting whether we want one or two. If you're wanting only one for this one, they're $89.99. And if you're wanting two, then those are going to sell for $159.99. Okay? And so with the slider, let's see if I can demonstrate this over to the side. There we go. So with the slider, we're at 12.5 pounds right now. You only have to slide one in. So we're at 2.5 pounds, which is just the dumbbell unweighted with any plates on it. Slide back in, let's go 7.5. So we only have to slide one adjustment point from one end to the other. Makes it very, very simple, okay? We pop it back in, doesn't matter which end is facing which, because it's equal on both ends. And then we go back and now we've reloaded for 12.5, okay? So there's the Power Flow. The Power Flow Plus is going to be we're doubling the weight. Heavy, right? Doubling the weight. Okay, so the Power Flow Plus means that we are rocking 25 pounds of adjustability versus 12.5 pounds. So we just slide the knob, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. And again, it slides super easy, as you can see, okay? And again, it is exactly the same as the other, except it is difference in weight. So 10 pounds, there's our 10-pound dumbbell, okay? Up close in person. We pop that back on. Let's go 20. So there's our 20. And right on into 25s, okay? So that's the difference. If we're just getting one of the Power Flow Plus, we're looking at $129.99. If you want two, a whole set, they're $199.99 for a short term, okay? All right, so there's our adjustable dumbbells. So make sure if you're interested in the adjustable dumbbells that you list which one. So again, if you're wanting the two that come automatically to set with the two adjustable red tips, this is our Power Up. Power Up is $179.99. And then we've got our Power Flow Plus, $199.99 for two, or $129.99 for just one. And then last but not least, we have our Power Flow, which is $89.99 for one and $159.99 for two. All right? You're going to ask me, which is my favorite? If I had to pick any of them, I would choose one Power Flow and one Power Flow Plus, because most of the time that I'm teaching exercises, I only teach with one dumbbell at a time, and I like having a wide range of dumbbell adjustability. So going super light for, like, if I'm doing arm raises, front raises, rotator cuff one way or the other way, or doing BFR technology. So if you're not familiar with the BFR bands, you can check some of my videos out and using blood flow resistance work with the dumbbells, and that you only have to use necessarily one at a time. But if you're wanting a set I think it's easier. It depends on where you're at in the range. If you have a partner at home, a man in the house, or an athlete, I would go up to the 25s. If you are at the in the senior range of age group, then I would go with the 12 and a halfs or less, because less is better when you're trying to do more stability rather than true muscle building. But if you're wanting true muscle building, we actually have weights that go all the way up to like right at 100 pounds. They're not on special, but we do have the adjustable weights that go all the way to 100 pounds. Okay, now moving on. So let's go ahead and talk about the last of our products here. The agility ball, many of you might not realize that we actually have had this product available, but the agility ball is a smaller product. This is the Agility Ball Plus. Yes. So if the Agility Ball is the one that most of you have received a coupon in your product packaging for a free gift, and they give away the Agility Ball when you submit your review and whatnot. But the Agility Ball Plus is available pretty much anytime. You can use this for trigger points. You can use this for working on the bottom of your foot, for working into the hip, a lot of different ways that you can use the Agility Ball Plus. It's $49.99 on special. And so when we look here, it's a very faint little flap that opens up, and inside there is your charge port. And so we're going to put your charge into their USB on the other end. And then when we push the center button, now it's on. So here's a funny story. My daughter loves playing with these just to toss around, or she likes to just rotate them in the palm of her hand. So anybody who is dealing with hand issues or hand tension, carpal tunnel, tennis elbow, things like that, just learning how to move this vibrating ball around in your hand, clockwise, counterclockwise, is actually a pretty awesome exercise. We are on level 1. We've got 2. You got 3, you got 2 more levels of intensity. So 3 total levels of intensity. And like I said, you can do just fingertip mobility with the ball, or we can do true palm and making contact and spinning the ball. And as you are spinning that ball, you're actually, see my forearms are moving, because all the tendons that actually attach into the hand, those muscles actually originate up here. So if you're suffering from carpal tunnel, or if you're suffering from tennis elbow or golfer's elbow, this is one of the easiest home exercise programs that you can do, is just rotating and spinning the ball, maintaining contact with the palm of your hand, and just truly having control of the ball. Really forces things to move quickly and adapting. Really, really good for plantar fasciitis as well. Another exercise that I like to do is if we have piriformis challenges right here in, like I said, I shouldn't have worn black today, but you can put it right here in the bottom of our booty cheek right here. And with that, we are able to like massage it around. So if I sit it here on the chair, and I can just massage in a little circle, okay, and I can get into one little spot, rock it back and forth. That's an easy way to use the Agility Plus ball. And again, it shows, one series of lights is going to show how many percentage of battery is left for charge, and then the other is going to tell me what level I'm on. So we just push and hold, and turns off, and there we have it. Okay, so again, the Agility Plus ball is $49.99. All right. So we got that. Okay, next up is the swirl yoga rings. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. My coworker, Roseanne, is absolutely phenomenal. So if you're wanting to know how to use these yoga rings, you need to go back and watch her yoga series, because she teaches yoga on the platforms and using these yoga rings in so many different ways, whether you're a beginner or whether you're an advanced user. But she is, like I said, that is her specialty. That is her niche. She is an absolute master in yoga. So if you are interested in learning a lot about yoga and understanding what the concept with doing breathing and for pain relief, or maybe you're just wanting to improve your overall, like I said, longevity, quality of life, you can use the yoga wheels, okay? Yoga, we call these the swirl. They have this textured rubber on the outside, and it's really soft, okay? So as you're making contact with this, whether it be on the hamstring, whether it be on your spine, whether it be on your arms. It is super comfortable in order to make contact with, in that it's cushy, and if it makes contact with pressure points or sensitive points on your body, it's actually quite soothing to come into contact with that. And on the inside, you're going to see that it is hard on the inside. But the nice thing about having this non-slipping textured rubber on the outside is not only so that we can mobilize and rolling back and forth, but also so that we have control. So it'll grip into your clothing as you need to, so that you can stabilize certain positions, or you can use it for a variety of different things. Like I said, Roseanne is kind of the yoga master, so I like to leave it to her to teach a lot of these things. I do a lot of rehab type exercises with these in my facility, and it comes with a set of 3. So depending on how tall you are is how you're going to position these along the spine or along the hips in order to manage different aches and pains, or to massage while you're holding those yoga poses. But she is absolutely phenomenal. And as Joy is commenting, you don't do yoga, but because of the softness of this rubber and this texture, you can actually use it as a relief for tight hips, tight glutes, piriformis, sciatica. Like I said, I love to lay on my back and really open my chest wall up and use it. So you can use it on a wall if you don't want to lay down. You can use it against a wall and lean into a wall, and being able to open up the chest wall by stabilizing right along the spine. So again, go back and check out Roseanne's videos on yoga and using the swirl yoga rings, but it comes as a set of 3. And right now they're $69.99 on Super Special. Okay. All right, last but not least, this is one of my favorite toys. Right here is the Horizon Balance Trainer. And my clients in the room right now are jealous because they don't get to use this when they're using a different version of this. There, I can hear them in the background. Hey, I'd really like to play with that instead of you playing with that. This has a really cool textured surface, which makes it really easy to make contact if you're trying to balance on and off of it. The other end of it, on the other side, this is also a textured non-slip surface, okay? The other thing, it has recessed handles that are built into it. Let me bring this up here so you can see. This has recessed handles so that you can grip into it. What makes this unique from any other balance trainer that's out there is on the front, it has this little bitty spot right here where you can actually clip in a type of resistance band, or you can thread through a resistance strip, or like a long piece of therapy band. You can use that with this device. And no, most of the other competitors of this balance trainer don't offer that kind of attachment point. Really, really cool if you're trying to do balance training or chest workouts, squatting exercises, just to have that clip-on point. But a lot of great variability. This is one of my favorite gadgets, whether it's for stretching or whether it's for doing like a kneeling lunge. I'll show you a kneeling lunge with the adjustable dumbbells. It's one of my favorite exercises. And let's say that you've got a really sensitive knee. One of the worst things you want to do is actually make direct pressure points with your knee. Oh, there's my girls back there. They are using the adjustable dumbbells and rocking it. Okay. So we're going to slide this up. So if I drop down with my knee on it, we don't have pressure on the kneecap directly on contact with the floor. So we can work core here, just taking the weight, pushing the weight away, bringing it close to you, going up overhead, coming back down, working in a circle. This is the hard one, right? Working in a circle, really hard to do while maintaining balance, okay? We can also balance to the side, working toe up to the sky. So we're working our groin, toe to the floor, working more of the hip flexor groin area. But let's say we're wanting to do rows, so we can be stretching out the groin, stabilizing and balance, and we can be rowing at the same time. Or we can do a curl to an overhead press and back down. So many different combinations we can do. Another option is just kneeling both knees on here, squeezing the glutes nice and tight. Do a little shaker weight, not really a shaker weight, but when you move an adjustable weight, you'll hear that it's shifting, but lots and lots of stabilization and strength going on here through our abdominals and our core. Now, like Joy says, if you're wanting to sit on it out in front and working more, and you can do with or without the weight, but just working on one of my favorite exercises is to do like a marching bug, but sitting on top of. So we're right here, we're just picking one knee up, and the idea is to not fall off to the side, but to stay equally distributed between the two butt cheeks. So if you're using your butt cheeks to stay centered in the middle of the balance trainer, whoo, we'd be on fire right through here. Now, here's a kicker. If we add our yellow mini loop band to our toes, we do a lift off, you're gonna see that my hips are gonna have to shift, whoop, surprise! My hips are gonna have to shift a lot more in order for me to be able to do this. So another way you can do this is legs are out straight, and we can pull foot towards us, okay? So a lot of abs here. Hands up in the air makes it even harder. Hands up high. Ooh, here's a kicker for you. Watch this one. See, this is what I love about my job. I get to try all these different exercises with all these awesome products, and there's no limit to what you can do. Your imagination is your greatest limit. So, we put the band out in front of us, okay? Maintaining, so I'm sitting on the balance trainer, keeping my toes out in front of me, and working here, right? Taking that band overhead, now watch here, and then we pull. But we gotta stay in the center, because that's the goal, right? Having a contest to see if we can stay in the center without moving over to the side. We can draw rainbows while our hips are staying, so there goes our side angles, right? I know, right? I'm like already starting to get winded just from doing the exercises, just resistance training. We don't have to do cardio to get winded, right? Okay, so another thing we can do, feet are flat, hands are up, out, in, out, in. Now we reverse, out, in, out, in. Now we pop out, in and out. Ooh, there's a challenging one. So those of you who are wanting to tone this up right here, those side booties, I like to say we're gonna turn watermelon-shaped butts into cantaloupe-shaped butts. Nice, round, firm, like bling, bling, right? So we're here, and now we start pulsing up top. We pull our toes towards our shins, and now things are really lit up, okay? So we can go together and apart, together and apart. A lot of different things we can do. Sky's the limit. I could be here for hours teaching y'all, but I think my ladies are ready for me to jump into their workout. So let me see what the questions are here. Yes, definitely provides. Let me show you a really quick exercise for your back. Really good exercise for your back. If you're wanting to learn that on the horizon, is you're gonna lay, and really good exercise for the butt too. So if we're laying down here, okay, if I just squeeze my booty and lift the toes, that's not only getting my back, but it's also firming up my butt cheeks, okay? Both ways, either way. Now, if you want to work more right here where the smile happens, right? If we take our foot, push it into the ceiling, right back down, and we switch. So we're stabilizing, lift up, back down, and switch. Better yet, let's try both at the same time. So lifting up like we're Superman, relax, but don't do this for too long. Pop back up, Superman, relax. Okay, catch your breath. Okay, one more time. Up, and back down. Whew. So many things we can do. All right, now, Nikki, it is totally different feeling those same exercises on the platform than if you're using the horizon, than if you're just doing them with your body weight on a smooth surface. Definitely killer. All right. Whew. Now, we've been on here for like, what, an hour and a half, something like that? So what I want to know from many of you who are listening in, watching, observing, now's the time. I need you to tell me which one of these gadgets, devices that we have on Super Special for a gift giveaway guide would you like to win? Because one of you is going to take home one of these prizes today, and we're going to ship it to you. So let me know, what is your favorite? Thank you, Cindy. So let me know, what is your favorite surprise that we have listed here, and why do you want it, and why do you deserve it, and what are you going to do with it when you get it? And one of you is going to be lucky enough that we're going to send you one of whatever it is you're asking for. So I'm curious. So make sure by the way, I'm out of this. I don't get to choose which one of you gets the prize. I get to read the text message coming in from the control panel from the ones in charge at headquarters, and they're the ones, they have this randomization. So they're entering in all of these comments, all of you wonderful people into a process, and they push a button and boop, comes out the random winner. So there's no favoritism, if you will, for those who participate or those who don't. It's like pulling a ticket out of a hat and reading the number based on, just randomization. So there's no favorites here, but just let me know. I'm curious if you have any questions. Ooh, we're coming in hot, hot, hot. Love it. Okay, loving the swirl yoga rings, the flex stride, the Lumacare torch, red light therapy, the dumbbells. Love it. The Legra hand massager. Okay, hand massager. Good. I've got a lot of favorites. Those are a lot of my favorites. Don't forget the Waver Mini. It's another good favorite. The Horizon balance trainer is the one I just demoed. So if you're looking for the names of these items, there's your Horizon. Oh, you know what I forgot to show you? Can't forget this. It comes with the Horizon. It's the Amber Squishy Ball. The Amber Squishy Ball. They came up with this. It's the Amber Squishy Ball, and it's Lifepro. It's a Lifepro brand, and you cannot buy this separate. This is only inclusive as a bonus with the Horizon. So what do we use the Amber Squishy Ball for? We put it in between our legs, and we try and pop it. And those of you who have actually been on the platform and have seen me use it, you're going to use it in so many different variety of ways. But if I sit on the Horizon and squeeze and pulse, like I'm going to pop it, hold. Ooh, there's the killer. Yep, those hips are on fire. Squeeze away, hold. Yep, give them a little patty pat, let them know you still care. Give them a little pulse. It's a little party on the floor here with the Amber Squishy Ball and the Horizon. And hold. Now, let's pick those knees up and drop back down. There's your abs. Now we're integrating in inner thighs, groin, pelvic floor, abs, and back for balance. Definitely a kicker. Woo-wee. Gotta love that. Okay. Now, I got a winner. I got a winner. I got a winner. Okay, so here's how this goes. I am going to show you the winning prize. Now, one of you gets to decide who of you actually won. And the prize is the Oculex. So, one of you is winging Oculex. I want to know, do we want gray or do we want blue? So you tell me. If you requested to win the Oculex, I need you to comment before I tell you who the winner is. Do you want gray or blue? Gray or blue, gray or blue, doodle 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 doodle. Gray or blue, gray or blue, doodle 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 doodle. Who's it gonna be? All right. Haha, love it. Lots of fire coming here, lots of fire. Oh, we got a little race going blue. We got more blue. We got a little bit of gray. Got a lot of blue. Got a lot of blue. Who's it gonna be? All right. Jessica Lombardi. Not sure which channel you're on, whether you're on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, but Jessica Lombardi, you, my friend, are the winner of the Oculex, and whichever one you post is the one you're gonna get. Woohoo! Yes, love it, Jessica. Super excited for you. So, and she is part of the VIP group page. So thank you for providing us the feedback. I love that all of you were here to listen to our gift giving guide, whether it's for your moms in your life, your grandmas in your life, your high school graduates. If you've got a fifth grader, hello, I've got an 11-year-old fifth grader. She's graduating. I'm so sad because now she's out of elementary school, and I'm not getting old though. I'm 44, but I'm not getting old. Do you know why? Because age is just a number, and when you're using the Lifepro products, it helps you to age a little backwards or maybe age forward a little slower. So it's all about biohacking. What can you do to your body to give it an optimal environment to heal so that you can continue to live a high quality of life and maximize every moment that you have. So, Jessica, if you could let us know what your address and your phone number and your email are privately. So if you need to text message that to me, you can text me 317-446-7971. Again, Jessica, 317-446-7971. Text me your email and color preference and mailing address, and I will make sure that our awesome team at Lifepro mails you your prize here in the next couple of days, and you'll get it lightning fast. So those of you who are all tuned in, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you sometime next week. Not sure what about yet, but I do have a question for all of you before we go. What in your mind, you see all these amazing women working out behind me, celebrating their day, living their life at their most, dealing with stress relief, because they're all dealing with stress as we all deal with stress, right? I want to know, what does it mean to you to be fit? What does it mean to you to be fit? When you think about fit, not fitness, but if I said, hey, that woman back there is fit, or I want to feel more fit, what does that mean to you? I want you to be ready for that next week, because I'm working on some programming, some opportunities with programming. Bye, ladies. Working on some programming, and I want to know what it means to you to be fit. Does that mean we have to be a certain size? Does that mean we have to be able to be a certain amount of strong? Does that mean we have to be able to run or walk without huffing and puffing like we're going to blow a house down? Does it mean that we just have to be able to get up and move pain-free? Or does it mean that we get to get up and go do what we love to do while being able to think with our greatest thoughts? So I want to know from all of you next week, and if you want to comment here as we move out, I want to know what it means to be fit for all of you, because fitness is one definition, but being fit might mean something totally different to all of you. So until next time, continue to find the superhero within yourself, because we all have superheroism available in ourselves. We just have to not worry about what everybody thinks and be able to recognize what's already inside of us. What do you have inside of you that gives you the ability to be superhero of yourself and to those around you? So thank you all so much. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.